here we go. Just got back from Aldi for the month of April. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to talk for a second. See real life going on behind me, but we've been without power for 4 days. Power just got restored a couple of hours ago here. So I decided to just go once a month grocery shopping. However, power's still out in a lot of different places. My husband actually got sent home from work today because the power's out there. So they ended up sending him home. However, power is getting back up and running, but we have another weather system that is heading into our area tonight. It's supposed to hit, and it is supposed to be the same like rain, snow, slush thing that put us without power last time. Plus, it's the same weather that put us without power for 8 days last year. So that being said, I did go once a month grocery shopping just so that we're stocked and ready to go. Lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, easy like snacky things, they can be used as sides if and when the weather decides to take another crap on us over the next handful of days. Like I said, either tonight, but then we have another storm coming a handful of days after that. Same type of weather situation. So if it knocked us without power this time and it knocked us without power last year, most likely it's going to pull out the power again. We're leaving out the generator, we're leaving out the camp stove, we're leaving out everything, and just trying to get caught up in the couple hours we have today between power being back on and the next storm system hitting. But I'm also trying to stay below budget and do all of those things. So my total came to $270 on the nose, and I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys everything I got. There's lots of fun things in here, but also just like, we're just gonna turn it around, we're gonna talk about it. So normally we go through 4 bags of apples. This has become like 2 weeks worth of fruit for us here that you guys are gonna see on the table here. We will go back in the middle of the month to get more because we all just devour it. So 4 things of apples. A couple different kinds here, 2 pink ladies, a gala, and a Granny Smith, just to mix it up a little bit. 2 bunches of bananas for the kids, and 9 pounds of cuties. That should get us through 2 to 3 weeks of fresh fruits, rather. 2 different types of tomatoes. That's just kind of what they had today. Things were a little picked over, like I said, because the power had been out for so long that people are going out to restock. Today's the first day that the roads are clear enough to really get places. So it was kind of picking and choosing what they had. 2 things of grapes, 1 green and 1 purple, because we have kids who prefer both. So I try to get both when I can. A salad chopped Caesar kit. I have a daughter who absolutely loves these. I like them as well, but I got a kit of that. I also got a thing of romaine hearts. One of these we go through a month typically, but last month for the first time I got a spring mix and I really liked it. So I decided to get another spring mix. We're gonna see how long this lasts, how quickly we go through it, but I've been really into salads recently, so hopefully we'll be able to go through this. But I figured if the power goes out, salads will keep me and a handful of my kids very happy. So there's that. I got 2 things of maple syrup at Aldi. Typically I would get this from Sam's, but for whatever reason my Sam's Club isn't shipping maple syrup anymore, and I live over an hour away and I'm completely out. I'm completely out. So this is just to get me through until the next time I can like physically walk into a Sam's Club and pick that up. I did get a bag of avocados. I don't get these all the time, but they just looked and sounded so good to me, and I'm in my 3rd trimester now. Avocados are so good with all of the healthy fats and things, so I gotta think of those. We're out of all of our homegrown potatoes. I still have some, but I'm saving those to use as seed potatoes. So a bag of baking potatoes to get us through. I got 2 pizzas for tonight. So I got a meat and a plain cheese. Could not be more different. So that's gonna be dinner tonight, just something very quick and easy. And then I really like their cold foams at Aldi, so I got 2 things of cold foam for my coffees and cappuccinos and things that I make at home. I really like those. And then to go along with the pizza tonight, I got the kids a thing of 100% apple juice. We are completely out of all of the apple juice that I canned, so this is just gonna get us through for the evening until apple season comes back around, and hopefully I can make more apple juice. I got a couple things of cheesecakes. My Aldi doesn't like always have all of the varieties, and then my husband and I will just pull these out and we use them as like a little date night while we watch our show after the kids go to bed. So I got a strawberry, a plain, and a turtle. We'll just put these in the freezer and pull them out like at dinner time, and then by the time the kids go to bed, they're thawed and they're perfect for us to enjoy. 2 things of pepperonis for homemade pizzas and stuff that we'll be doing. We're doing that every Friday. If you watched my April meal plan, that's what meals are for Fridays. 4 things of butter, that's typically what we go throughout the month. I'm still working through some clearance butter my husband picked me up that is for baking. It's unsalted. I saw these 5 lobster cakes. I'm probably the only one that will like these, which is perfectly fine because I can pair one of these with some of my spring mix and use it for like a salad or something. I will love that. So I got 5 lobster cakes and 5 crab cakes just to try. These were kind of expensive, but at the same time they weren't totally bad. So I got one of each just to try. I'm interested to see how these go. I will update you guys on these, but yeah, I'm excited about these. I think those will make really good lunches. I got 2 things of cheddar brats. I got these. They're not, well, they kind of are on my meal plan, but also kind of not. My meal plan for this is, I'm sorting through baby clothes, and that's what this pile is. My meal plan might be followed and it might not. It really depends on what the weather decides to do, but I also wanted to get some easy things just in case the power does go out, to just like throw in the cast iron skillet on either the camp stove or my propane stove that I use for canning. I set that up outside on the front porch so that it's ready for me to use if I need it. And these little hot dogs will be great. Just heat them up really quick and we can pair that once again with a salad or apples and oranges and things like that, and everyone will be really happy. Our usual cottage cheese. Me and Cleo, and my husband specifically, have been flying through the cottage cheese. And then I've never seen this before. My Aldi completely rearranged everything. I talked about in the last couple of hauls. A bunch of the freezers in my local Aldi went out. Well, they replaced them, and then it looks like they rearranged the store. So I saw some products I've never seen before, and I didn't see things that I get all the time. So it's going to take me a minute to figure out where everything is, but they had this salted caramel yogurt made with honey and other natural flavors. I like the Simply Selected brand at Aldi a lot. So I got this. It's 2 pounds. We're going to see how this goes over. I figured this in some granola would be delicious. So I'll keep you updated and see how the kids and myself like that. I got some fatty cakes. We have always referred to these as fatty cakes because that's really all they are. We never get these, but I just kind of thought, well, why not? So I got some peanut butter wafers for the kids. These I am going to stick away to put in baskets towards the end of the month for the kids, if you understand what I'm saying. So I don't know how many are in here, but I'm sure there's at least 4 of them in here. And I will stick these away, throw these in baskets for the kids. So this is going to go up and use as a fun snack. And I got some cosmic confetti brownie type things for the kids as well. Just some fun treats. So this will be stuck away, but the kids can enjoy these and whatnot. Just kind of like a little treat for kind of getting through the power outage. And maybe I can stick these away and pull them out, and if the power does go out, the kids can have some sort of fun snack that they don't get all of the time, and they'll be elated over that. Thing of Cheez-Its for the kids. I got 2 things of penne pastas just to add to the storage shelf. Did get a gallon of ice cream. I found a recipe for homemade strawberry syrup and homemade chocolate syrup that I really want to try, and we're obviously going to need some ice cream to put those to the test. So I got a gallon of vanilla for the kids. I also want to do Rip Your Floats with the kids, just for like a fun Friday treat. So this is also what that's for. I got 2 things of whipped topping. I figured for Easter I would bring a peanut butter pie that I made for Christmas. Everybody really liked it, and it's really easy to throw together, so I had everything else for it. I just needed the whipped topping. So I got 2 of those. Those will live in the freezer until I need them, and I'll pull them out. I got 4 loaves of bread from Aldi. I've been making my own bread and really liking it, and the kids are eating it. It's been going pretty decently, at least for right now. But with the power being in and out and what it is, I can't always make bread, so I bought 4 loaves just as an insurance policy. Sandwiches are so easy, or grilled cheese. Very easy to throw together. I also got a thing of hamburger buns because sloppy joes will be great. Easy to throw together if the power goes out again. It'll be a great meal for us. I also got 2 things of hard salamis. This is typical for us. The kids like these with obviously crackers and cheese and things, but my husband's been getting like cheese curds and little cheese whips from the local cheese, like the cheese makers here, the cheese shops. We live in Wisconsin, so we have really great fresh cheese. So we've been doing that instead. A couple of frozen vegetables. I don't need a lot because we grow most of it ourselves and preserve, but these are things that we're out of. So I got 2 things of green beans. I also got a thing of asparagus spears just to try. I've never seen these at Aldi, but we'll see how that goes over. 2 things of kielbasa. That's what I needed for my meal plan, and these will also, like these 2 meals will be super easy to just throw on the camp stove or out on the propane stove outside and throw together. So there's that. I got 3 things of lunch meat to kind of just easy sandwiches. Obviously for like lunch boxes, easy snacks, but once again, power outage, easy. I got these, not on my meal plan, but these will be an easy like weekend lunch for us, or just like an insurance policy for me. Once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but if the power does go back out, just throw these in a skillet and heat them up. They're easy to go. So I got a beef and broccoli, and I also got a beef lo mein. We will probably have to cook both of these for our family size. We're a family of 6, but it'll be one meal that can just be brainless for me, and I will like that a lot. I got a thing of onion rings. I have a daughter who absolutely loves them, so I got those for her. We still have some of our homemade like French onion dip in the fridge, so I needed another bag of chips to help us go through all of that. And then we are completely out of all of our clearance sliced cheese out of the freezer, so it's time to buy sliced cheeses again. So I got 1 mild cheddar, 1 mozzarella, and 1 Colby Jack for all of those sandwiches that I mentioned. We always get a thing of tortilla chips. We use these with homemade queso or some of our home canned salsa. But I also have nachos on the meal plan this month, so that's another one. I am completely out of all of our homemade spaghetti sauce that we can, so I've been buying them the last couple of months. So I got 4 things of the tomato, basil, and garlic pasta sauce. That's our favorite. We also use these for pizzas. But I also got 2 things of Alfredo sauce because I want to try some Alfredo pizzas too. Kids love these hash browns. I'm not going to lie, I do too. So great. One of my favorite things that Aldi has there. They're pretty cheap. They're under $5 for 20 hash browns. Really great. You could throw these in your air fryer. We cook them in the oven because we don't like air fryers. There's a lot of like things around air fryers with like cancer and mercury and like lead and all sorts of crazy things, so we just choose not to have one, but you could do that. We just bake ours in the oven. But really great, easy for like school breakfasts in the morning, weekend breakfast with some eggs. They're just great. We like them a lot. The other thing that the kids really tend to like are these sausage patties. You're gonna hear the ducks that we have downstairs right now. We had to pull everybody in with the really bad weather, so it's kind of loud. But I have a whole turkey in my freezer right now that I got during Thanksgiving when it was on sale or like a really low price. I found a meat eater turkey breakfast sausage recipe that I really want to do with that turkey. You basically take the turkey and you put it through the meat grinder, which we do have because we usually process our venison ourselves. So we use it for like venison and whatnot. But I have that with some pork fat in the freezer, or we could use some of our local bacon that we get that would be really good with like Granny Smith apples, which I have right now, or just apples in general, with a handful of spices. and you just put it all through the meat grinder, and it's supposed to be absolutely delicious. Get a lot of meat off, or a lot of breakfast sausage off of that turkey. I'm really excited to try it, and if I do that, I will press them all into patties to have patties, because when we get our pork, I get them all packaged in like 1 pound bulk packages, so I don't have any like patties that are easy and convenient to throw in, which is why we are still buying these. But if I can get those turkey sausages and press them into patties and get them in the freezer, then I won't have to buy those anymore, and I'm really excited to try it. It's gonna be a weekend project though, because I'm gonna need my husband to help me with the meat grinder. The very last thing I needed was just 2 things of chicken thighs for the freezer, and other than that, that is my entire Aldi haul. Came to $2.70, not too bad, leaves me a lot of room in my Walmart budget, which is great, and I'm really happy with how this kind of landed.